Welcome back to Here's Next Door. Thank you for joining us for another Station Cribs. We are in Michigan, Madison Heights Fire Company. We're going to be talking to one of their paramedic firefighters, Tom Levey. He's going to show us around, so let's go take a look. Yeah, we're meeting up, like I said, with Tom, and he's going to be walking us around. He's a paramedic firefighter here, but he's off duty, so he can take the time to talk to us.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Good. Thanks for inviting us in.
No problem. Thanks for coming out. I know it's a little bit of a drive for you guys normally, so
yeah.
Especially out this way.
It wasn't too bad coming up. So.
No, yeah.
It was cool coming through the city, coming right through 75 there.
Yep.
You got to see downtown and come all the way in. So, that was
so you guys drove down one of our major highways that runs through our city. We have 75 and I-696, so we're a pretty small department with a pretty big area. Yeah. So. That's kind of us. Quick little basic of the department is we are a career department. We're all fire medics, and we have 32 full-time, 30 suppression personnel, and then two administrative personnel, a chief and a fire marshal.
Okay. So, and this is your Station 1?
This is Station 1. So Station 2 is just south of 11 Mile. It's about 2 miles down the road. So, divides the city in half. 12 miles are dividing line. So south of 12, the south end station gets it, north, the north end station gets it.
All right. And what do you have here at this station?
This station houses ALS ambulance. It houses ALS paramedic engine. It houses Tower 71, which is our 95-foot aerial. And it also has our reserve apparatus, as well as you can see at the administration side. Yep. So our chief and our fire marshal run out of here too.
Okay.
That's actually Chief's truck right there, his buggy right there, and our fire marshal will be in and out all day. So
awesome.
Awesome.
All right. Well, how about we go in and take it from there?
All right. So Station 1 is open to the public, as most fire stations are. We have a multimedia room that we use as a training room / public can rent it out for events with them.
Okay. Can we go in there?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's pretty decent size.
Okay, it's almost like a training room.
Yep, this is what we use for our training room as well. We do most of our EMS trainings in here and everything like that. When we go out further, you'll see we have a training tower in the back. Okay. So we do most of our fire evolutions. This is rented out by the public so they can use it. There's a bunch of city groups that use it during the week at night and everything like that. So it's open, so it's pretty nice and everything like that.
Yeah, so. I like that it's got a little kitchenette in the back so they can do their snacks or whatever.
The coffee's a must in every firehouse, you know that. So you'll see all that.
But you also have a lot of the history up here on the wall.
Yeah. Yep, so if you look from pretty much the start all the way through, and the most recent one is up in there, up in the hallway, with the pictures of the past members of the department and everything.
Right. I like that you have that up on the wall because even if the public comes in and they're not familiar with what goes on in the firehouse, they can actually take a look.
Yep.
Now here in the foyer, you have a couple of different things. Obviously, some of your memorabilia.
Yep.
And things like that. Explain to me what you got out here.
So we have mostly our city pride stuff. We have the jerseys from the local high schools, everything like that. They do MHFD on the back with a number. Some of our old SCBAs, our old JAWs and everything. When the station was made, our most current members, our current staff right now, and we had some our line of duties that we had.
Okay. So, all right. That's always good to have.
Yep.
You got to remember those guys.
And we have our bell. So when you're sworn in, you ring it. When you complete your probation, you ring it. And when you retire, you ring it.
Nice.
So kind of little traditions we got going on and everything like that. And actually in the multimedia room in there, the training room, you'll see we have a whole list of all the retirees and everything like that. So that's pretty cool.
All right. So, and what do you have for administration? What do you house in this building here?
Administration, we have our secretary, Sylvia. She does most of our billing and everything like that.
Nice to meet you, Sylvia.
Right now, this is the administration side. We have some city staff in here because they're redoing City Hall. The city has a bunch of major projects going on. They're renovating the City Hall, the Senior Center. Our Fire Station 2 just got recently renovated. And then the kitchen here is just started under construction. So unfortunately, that was supposed to be done. We got pushed back a little bit. So you guys will see the construction process.
Okay.
I'll try to send you pictures when it gets all done.
All right, sounds good.
So, but we just have plans for all the major buildings that we have in here.
Okay.
So this is where all the mail gets delivered and stuff if we have packages coming.
So these would be considered the blueprint that you can use for your pre-planning and all that kind of stuff.
So when we're on probation, probationary firefighter here, we have to do incident surveys, is what they're called. It's part of our probationary program. So we go through to local businesses and we pick out target hazards, what their facility has, any hazardous materials, what kind of standpipes they have, and things like that. If they're suppressed, if they're not suppressed.
Right.
So kind of cool stuff like that. Gets you to know your
Knox box key or not.
Yep. Every building, every commercial building and residential high-rise in the city has a Knox box on them.
Awesome.
So all the trucks have them. So it's nice to have those keys and stuff. So awesome.
So how many line officers do you have in the administrative side?
We have 2 officers on the administrative side. We have the chief and we have the fire marshal, which is he's a 4-day work week from 7 to 5. So he's in charge of prevention and all inspections and for everything for the city with that. So he does, he's really, Fire Marshal believes he's really good with the open houses and everything like that. So we should be having one this year too for Station 2. So it should be fun.
All right.
Awesome. And then we have a history of all the past chiefs from the first to the current. So if you look, there's a lot of legacy. So here and everything like that, a lot of second, third gen firefighters here.
That's the one thing that we've noticed across the nation as we've been traveling is that, you know, firehouses have that legacy aspect to it. They have that family atmosphere. And whether you're in a small rural area, they have that. But also, you're in the city. You know, you still have the same thing.
Being 2 miles outside Detroit, so you know we're a suburban city out there, so we still got that camaraderie and everything like that. So it's really nice.
Right. That's cool to see.
Yep.
All right. Looks like Chief's here.
Chief Alito's office right there.
Chief, how you doing? Thanks for inviting us in.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So right now, with the kitchen being under construction, we've kind of shifted away. So the conference room back there was our makeshift pantry for everything we have, and then we have this will be our dining area, but it's actually Chief's conference office.
Sure.
So this is what we have, the coffee and everything, which is a must. You'll see coffee makers everywhere.
Yeah.
So as this is under construction, this is going to be the makeshift. We have one in here, and then we're doing the old school where we put the kitchen table in the bay, and we do that from there. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool feeling, a nostalgia feeling there.
All right.
So awesome. So this will actually take us to the engine bay.
Okay, so how about we skip the engine bay and go to the house side of your building?
Sounds good.
All right.
This is our employee entrance. Just another entrance we use to get in here. Some guys park up front, a lot of guys park in the back. We have plenty of parking spaces. Just another entrance for us to get in.
Okay. I like that it's secure too. Even though you're open to the public on the administrative side, you want to make sure that this is your house. You know, if you leave your house and you're going to call, you want to make sure it's secure.
So as we walk in, you have our area here. This is just a little foyer area for us. And then you walk in, this will be actually the living side for us.
Okay.
We do 24-hour shifts, so we are here 24 hours a day for 365 staff. So we have the way we do that. So.
Okay. Do you run 24/72s? How do
Yep,
what's
we
your
do
schedule?
24 on, 24 off.
Okay.
Yep, the 24/96. So with a day off in between, and then we have a 4-day stretch.
Okay.
Unit 2, the red unit, is actually just going down their 4-day, so that's why we come back tomorrow.
Okay.
So.
All right. Now, I've been noticing over the last couple of years, specifically, we're running short on staff, whether that's volunteer, which I do a lot of volunteer stations, and paid. How are you guys handling right now?
We are currently down one full-time spot right now. We have an immediate opening, and you need to be a fire medic for us. So we're at medic at time of hire. So since we do run ALS, and we have ALS engines and ambulances, so we're all medics here. So, but we're trying to get these filled. It's just the retention and recruitment.
If I were to move into the area, or there's someone in the area that it was, you know, I'm thinking about it. How do I get a hold of you? Is there a website?
You can go to the city site. We do offer sponsorship programs for Oakland County. We can sponsor a cadet to go through there. You need to be a medic to be hired. Okay. So that's the thing, because we run all the ALS, so we need to be the paramedic.
That's actually a little interesting. You don't have to necessarily have your fire to start with, but you have to have.
You do have to have your fire too. So, but yeah, so we would sponsor you through the cadet program there, and then you got to have the fire with it. So we're all fire medics cross trained. So there's no assigned positions for us or anything like that.
Okay.
So, cool.
All right. And over here's your watch room?
Yep, this goes into our watch office. It's basically all our computers and everything like that, where we can do our EMS reports. Yep. If we don't get them done in the trucks, we have tablets in all the trucks, so we can do our MDC and everything like that. Okay. We check our emails and everything in through here, and we have an assortment of our spare batteries for our radios. we're in the process of transitioning, the county's transitioning radio systems right now. So we're still operating off 2 radios.
Okay.
So we have our old 800s and then our new 800s are going in now. So.
Right. And you got your communication.
Yep, communication boards. It's really nice. This is going to be our newest truck that we're getting in a few years. So it's going down south. We're replacing it with a Quint.
Okay.
Our engine's going to be down there. We have monthly truck checks. Each unit has a truck check and they're in charge of those trucks.
Right.
So they're detailing, cabinets, tools, all that stuff. So
right.
try to take a lot more pride in it, even though we are a busier department. So it's kind of nice.
Absolutely. And I like the fact that you're actually using colors. It's like green,
Yep.
red, and blue versus A, B, and C platoon.
Yep. So it's unit 2 is red, unit 1 is my unit, which is green, and then unit 3 is the one working today, is just blue. So we have all of this. We have our MABUS alarms for when we have technical rescues with our mutual aid companies, our hazmats and everything like that.
Okay, so you run a whole bunch of stuff here.
Yep.
You have an engine, you have tower, and what else do you run?
We have an engine, tower, an ambulance, which is our rescue. We do have a hazmat trailer and then a technical rescue trailer in the back. So we have several members. We have nine personnel on the tech rescue team, which is ropes, confined space, trench rescue, and building collapse.
That makes it very attractive for someone like me that wants to do a lot of those
Yep.
skills. I don't want to just go on an engine, or I just don't want to stay on a paramedic unit. I have the opportunity to come here and do a lot of those different things. Is that correct?
Yep, being on the tech rescue team, I run the tech rescue team.
Okay.
So actually being able to do more and everything like that, it makes you more appreciative of the fire aspect too, because there's more to do than just medical runs and EMS runs and everything like that.
So as we're walking down the hall, obviously we have many photos up on the wall of your history and that kind of stuff. But I passed a couple of rooms. What are these rooms?
This right here would be, this is the duty officer or the captain.
Okay.
The captains get their own office, or the lieutenants, who's ever running the shift that day. They also get their own quarters.
Okay.
So you'll see that they have their own lockers and everything in there, all separated from everything. After like 10 o'clock, they're in charge of answering the phones if they're there and stuff in case something comes up.
Okay.
So for our mutual aid companies. So, and as we're walking, you can see all the pictures of all the fires that we have, and then we can go through here.
Flip on a light there.
So this is the dorms for us right now. We're still transitioning because we had some guys coming from Station 2. When Station 2 was being renovated, we had 10 guys running out of here. So it was a packed house. Every bed was full. So that's why you see the shower curtains up and everything like that. So they opted to do
the half walls.
Half walls. So I believe you guys did a video in Kentwood.
Yeah.
And you guys did that. So yeah, they had the half walls there.
I think yours are a little bit higher than theirs, so give you a little bit more privacy.
Yep, but this is what it is, and the nice thing is with these can lights up here is when the tones go off, they change colors.
Okay.
So we have blue for our medical, red for our fire runs, and then anything other than that comes in as green, like our odor investigations and stuff.
Okay.
So you guys heard the tones go off, I imagine, when you see the trucks go out, so it'll be nice. So we'll probably hear it again. So
sounds good. We're heading this way or at the
you can go right back here, but this just walks into another dorm.
Okay.
So like I said,
so that's how you fit all 10 people here.
We have 10, so it's 4 up front, 4 up back, 4 or 5 up back, depending on that. So most of the time, they're not all filled now because we only run a 6-man, 6 personnel out of the station, 4 at the other.
Okay.
So, all right. We actually have our fully staffed gym.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, every firehouse needs to have some sort of workout equipment. One of our, biggest challenges is to stay fit and work. You're getting 18 calls a day, and trying to get that workout in can be challenging. So really having this on location versus going to a fitness place is important.
So it's really nice. We actually, within the last 2 years, we got a grant to get all new equipment put in. So all these racks are new, the weights are new, we got new treadmills, new bikes, and everything like that. And with the grant is we have a fitness team. Okay. So we have 3 members, Captain Powers, who's on shift today, Firefighter Toll, and Firefighter Chapman. They all do the fitness thing. So they'll put together weekly workouts for us, and then we do Fitness Fridays, what we call it, where the on-shift crew actually legitimately gets a good workout. We're not trying to work out on ourselves or getting interrupted, stuff like that. So we got all new equipment in here thanks to the grant and everything like that. So
good thing to have.
This leads us back to, you see all our old apparatus that we got. This truck is still in service, so a 1998 95-foot aerial.
Is that the one that's getting replaced?
No, actually that's engine 72. The south end engine is being replaced with a Quint going in, and engine 72 is going to go into reserve status.
Okay. So we come to a kind of a T section here. Yep. You can go back into the engine bay, or we can go.
We can go right through here. So This is the crew's living quarters for the day. It's the day room. It's what we do. So.
But as you mentioned before, it's in the process of getting renovated.
Yep. So the kitchen is completely torn out. They tore it out a couple weeks ago, and they're slowly working to get it going again.
Okay.
So right now, most of the shifts are going down south. We're still cooking for 10, so down there. So they're eating down there. We got smokers, grills, and everything up here too. So
nice. But you got a pretty good place here. You got a nice large screen TV.
So the nice thing is with this is, if the training room is in use, we can still do trainings. We can simulcast on these TVs and everything like that. So all our information's here. We have back here, we have 2 calendars that pretty much plan out our year for us. So we'll have Captain Powers at the end of every year. He does suggestions for trainings for us and everything for the new year. And we'll put those on, and then we have our Oakway trainings. So.
Now, you mentioned trainings a lot, but I was able to park out back, and I saw that you have a training tower too, right?
We do, yep. So
where are we heading to next?
We'll go out this door here.
We'll skip the kitchen for now because it's not quite done.
Just kind of have a mess in there.
That's
so.
all right. All right. And let's go take a look at your tower real quick out back.
So, nice thing is about this station is all doors lead to the engine bay, wherever we're at. So, unfortunately, we don't have a pole, but like most old traditional firehouses do. But
yeah, a lot of them got rid of the poles back in the day too. When they went into the 80s and 90s, they started getting rid of a lot of the poles. So do you have a training ground that you also have to go to?
This is our training ground.
This is the training ground. Okay.
Since we're only 10 personnel on shift a day. So we come up here to do our training and everything like that. So it's a 3-story training tower with multiple things. We have confined space pit on the side there. And we can also practice when our probationary firefighters get off probation. They have to pass an engineer test. So we can hook them up to the standpipes and simulation and everything like that.
Yeah, you got a hydrant on one side, you got the confined space, which is a really cool thing. Many of the firehouses that we go to, even that have the new Connex box stuff, they don't have the confined space. And yours is a permanent tower. It's not a Connex box. How long has that tower been in? Since the station was built?
The station in 2004. So it's been in since then. So we've upgraded some things since then and everything like that, but for the most part, it's been pretty much the same. So.
Right. And it looks like you can go all the way to the top, so you can rappel.
There's multiple anchor points.
Drilling.
There's multiple anchor points up there. We do tower evolutions usually. Usually we do big evolutions usually a couple times a year for us. So. And then, as you can see, we have our trailers, which are our technical rescue, and our hazmat.
Now, how do you pull those?
We have Utility 71, the pickup truck, and then we have multiple pickup trucks. Each station has their own pickup truck, and then we have our hose truck, which is just a flat lay of hose in the back. So it's called our construction load. So what it's basically for is if they do construction through the city, we can take it and go across front lawns if the engine can't make it. So.
Anything else out here that we need to worry about?
Nope, not really. Just the training tower, that would be it.
And it looks like they're coming back from their call, so we'll wait just a second here. And then why don't we follow them in and let's talk about some of your trucks.
All right, sounds good. So the nice thing is about this station, it does have the drive-through bays. So, which is a real nice thing.
Saves on those doors.
So
how many units do you house in this?
There are 3 frontline apparatus that are used daily. Rescue 71, Engine 71, and Tower 71. Tower 71 is cross-staffed, so if a fire alarm does come in or any kind of fire, the rescue crew, if they're in quarters, they jump to the tower. So we have several cross-staffed trucks.
Now you're mentioning rescue. While they're getting set here, we'll walk in a minute. Does that ambulance, right? Does it also have rescue tools on it, like the hearse tools and that kind of stuff?
Nope, we just call them, they're just our rescues. That's just what we call them. Some of the older ones did when we were a little lower staffing, but now all our extrication equipment and everything's housed on the engines.
On the engines,
So we have our Engine 71, which houses all our extrication stuff, and all our technical rescue equipment, considering ropes and stuff, is housed on our tower. So, I mean, and then we also have 2 reserve apparatus that are stationed up here too. So like I said, we have ambulance, which we call rescues here, and we have an engine staff to each station. Station 1 houses the tower, which we've talked about, and our reserve apparatus too, as well as our admin personnel vehicles.
So you have 4 personnel here, full time, all the time.
6 personnel.
6 personnel. Okay.
Maximum of 6, minimum of 4 at each station.
Okay, so that's pretty much 3 on the truck and 3 on the ambulance. How do you split it up?
So the way we do it is we run 2-man engines.
Okay.
So we have the engineer and the officer on the engine. If we're at full staff for the day, which would be 10, it's going to be the engineer captain on the engine, and then the lieutenant and another engineer on the tower, along with 2 firefighter paramedics on the ambulance.
So if you get a fire call, because for me that seems a little short-staffed on taking an engine, right? Because you're going to have to pull a hose, you're going to have to use a pump, I assume then your rescue makes the response with any fire call to be that extra personnel, the hose man or whatever. Is that correct?
The way we run it is the rescue crew is your interior attack.
Okay.
So if there is a north end rescue, north end fire, they're going to go be the interior. South end fire, they're going to be the interior. It all depends on who's available for the day.
Sure.
So depending with EMS runs coming in and everything like that, that's how it goes. So if it's a confirmed residential fire for us, you're getting 2 engines, 2 ambulances.
I think that's a very good thing to point out to the viewers, that you are letting basically their job is to go interior on the ambulance. Because many times we get scared, we got to be honest, that we're going to be stuck on the boo-boo bus all day long and not get any calls. And the boo-boo bus runs probably 90% of the calls nowadays. 100%. You know, and we're like, I'm a firefighter too. I want to see fire. The fact that you're saying, yeah, you're going to see fire, but you're also going to do medic versus just being on it.
So
that's a good way to do that.
With all of us, we're from the chief down. We are all cross-trained as firefighter paramedics, so we can assimilate in any position we need to. So whether we're just clearing the hospital and the fire comes in, we have our gear on the trucks already. So we're good to go from there, and we can just respond as is. Yeah,
that's very attractive for me as a firefighter paramedic to do both, because many times I do get stuck on the ambulance for too long, and I'm like, it does get frustrating at times. So, all right, so what you have water on this one?
Yep, this has 750 gallons with a 30 gallon foam tank on it.
Okay.
So we only run our old engine over here has A and B foam.
Okay.
We only run A foam on this one since it's more prevalent. We use it for. So
okay.
We have B foam on there, but it has to do the inductor system and stuff like that with the hose and everything.
Right. Okay. And then next to it, your tower.
Tower. This is the oldest truck in the fleet. It's a 95-foot aerial, and it goes on all confirmed commercial and industrial fires.
Okay. So. Tell me about your area here. You know, as I drove in, obviously we're near the city. You know. What kind of coverage area do you actually have? Do you have a lot of residential, or is it more commercial?
It's pretty diverse.
Okay.
So we have, the city itself is 7.4 square miles. So it's divided up into 2 stations. Like I said, 12 miles are our distance, or our dividing line. We have 2 major highways that run through. We have I-696 and I-75, which you guys came down. So I-75 is just finishing up a modernization project. So it was 2 lanes, now it's going into 3 lanes. So it's been a construction nightmare over there.
It's looking nice though.
Yeah,
I gotta admit, because coming right over Ohio border, it was a lot of bumps. But then it kind of started to smooth out as you came through the city.
So the way it's, the south end of the city, which is south of 12 Mile, is mostly residential. And then the north end of the city is mostly commercial.
Okay.
So we have residential up on this side behind Station 1, and then it's more commercial out the further east you go to do like the Quinder and stuff like that.
That too is very attractive to me, because now you're getting a variety of different calls. You're not just doing residential. You're not doing a lot of nursing homes. Right. You know, you're getting the auto ways. You're getting the everything.
So we have several auto aid departments we run with. Hazel Park, the city just south of us, we run auto aid with. The city of Ferndale, and we just recently started with the city of Birmingham.
Okay.
So it's kind of nice because you at least know what you're getting. You're at least getting a few personnel, a few more extra to the fire when you get one.
Right, right. And this is your reserve piece.
Yep, we have 2 reserves here. We have a reserve engine and a reserve ambulance.
Okay, and it looks like you got your work being done today on your air packs.
Yep. Flow testing for the air packs today and tomorrow.
Yeah, those are the things that we don't really think about that have to be done. The air packs, the hose testing, and all those that stuff. That's part of our job. That's part of getting things done and making sure that the house is running.
Exactly. So along with that and the daily chores of keeping the station clean and everything like that, it's just, there's always something going on. Right. So there's always something to do.
Okay. Well, tell me a little bit more, as we end here, tell me a little bit more about yourself. Tell me, where you're from, how did you get into firefighting, and what would you say to the viewers to encourage them to get into it?
Well, it's kind of funny how I got into this. I was actually employed at General Motors back in 2008, 2009. I got laid off. I was looking for something to do. I went to my local fire department where I grew up in my hometown of St. Clair, and they paid to put me through the Fire Academy and the EMT Academy. So I just kind of fell into it. I was going to go a different route through school, and then I ended up being here, and it was honestly the best choice I ever made.
Okay.
I went through my paramedic academy, and I actually ended up doing all my rides and my clinical rotations here. And a position opened up, and I ended up applying for it and getting it.
Okay. So for those viewers that are thinking about it, what would you say to encourage them?
It's an awesome career. I really enjoy it. If you like not knowing what's going on, or it's being put, the adrenaline rush mostly is when those tones go off, you're like, I don't know what it is. It could be a fire, it could be a medical, it could be something, but it's never a dull moment between trainings. And if you have the camaraderie for the most part, if you're working with a great group of guys like here, it's just like coming to a family house for the next 24 hours, hanging out with your best friends.
That's awesome. Awesome. So. Well, Tom, thank you so much for your service. We really appreciate you inviting us out, taking a look at your house, and letting us know. Tell us once again how to get a hold of you if I do want to become part of your staff.
If you want to become part of our staff, we have our application process online. It's on our city website. You have to be a firefighter paramedic by time of hire, so you need to at least have your medic. You can be an EMT to apply, but you have to be a medic by time of hire. So we're pretty strict with that. So just because of the ambulances. So
sure.
That's pretty much it. So go to the fire academy, your EMT, and your paramedic academy, and then you can come here. So we do have one immediate opening.
All right. So if you guys are in the area and you're looking at getting a full-time job, come hit these guys up. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. As always, before we end, do us a favor, hit that subscribe, hit that notification, and smash those like buttons. We really appreciate it. We'll see you again next week.